Welcome to World Area Studies Week 9. Let's take a look at what you're going to see this week. Remember, you should always be checking your grades by clicking on the grade tab and checking for anything that says missing or something that doesn't have a little picture by it. You should also be able to see scores and notes that I've left for you. And if I have left a note that says see comments, if you look on the assignment right over here, it should say assignment submitted or something like that. You can click on that and it will take you to where I've left you comments. Alright, so let's take a look at the work for the week. So Monday, you should be, since we've come to the end of the unit, you should be looking through your notes and past folders and past videos and quizzes. Review your notes and prepare for the unit final. On Tuesday, you need to make your post in the discussion. Create a kind of review for your classmates by creating your own questions. On Wednesday, work on the unit essay assessment and create a well-developed paragraph. Thursday, return to the discussion and answer the 3 questions from 2 of your classmates, for a total of 6 questions. On Friday, take the unit final assessment. And then use the weekend to get caught up or finish what you might not have finished this week. Alright, so let's see what that looks like by clicking on course content. And Unit 2, Economic Success and Political Change. And Week 9 unit review. Questions, questions, questions. What did you learn? Alright, so we looked at a lot this unit. We covered financial literacy, governments, and economies. And we talked a little bit about how they are all related. So what I want you to do is tell me 3 things you learned. Be more specific than what I said up here. And then I want you to create 3 questions, 1 for each of the things that you said you learned. So look at the leveled questions link. And this kind of shows you what a leveled question is. Level 1 is to identify. Level 1 is pretty basic. You can point to it in the article. Level 2 is kind of reading between the lines. And level 3 is a higher level thinking. So there's some words in here that kind of help you start a question. Here are some example questions that I created from each of the levels. Level 1, identify the 5 countries of Scandinavia. That's something you could easily point to if it was written in a reading. Distinguish the difference between African and Asian elephants. You can still kind of point to it, but you have to do a little bit of work. And level 3, predict what will happen in the 2020 elections. Obviously, that's not something we can read about because it hasn't happened yet. So, something that makes you think. Alright, so try and come up with a level 1 question, a level 2 question, and a level 3 question. So, if you are having trouble with that, let me know and I can help you. Alright, then for your replies, you need to answer the 3 questions that the original poster asked. So do your post, that's worth 30 points. So basically 3 things you learned, each worth 5 points, and 3 questions, each worth 5 points for a total of 30. Reply 1 is answering the 3 questions, 5 points for each question that you answer. And same for number 2. Please make sure you are using complete sentences. I know I don't think I wrote that, but that should be obvious. Alright, excuse me. After the discussion, you need to do the economic writing assessment. So this kind of matches the budget stuff that we talked about. Remember, I want your writing to be organized and in the PEA format, and there's a social studies rubric to follow. So I need to see 8 sentences. 1 intro sentence, 6 body sentences, and 1 concluding sentence. You're welcome to turn that into a intro paragraph, body paragraphs, and conclusion if you enjoy writing, but I need at least 8 sentences minimum. Alright, so again, the PEA format, which you should be using in English, points, evidence, analysis. This kind of helps describe that to you. And then the social studies rubric, which I will be using to help grade you. Just look over that. Alright, so then you need to read the following scenario. Sherry is in 10th grade. Thanks to her mom, Sherry knows the importance of going to college, so she will have a career option in life. Sherry's mom has a college education and works as a nurse. Sherry lives with her mom in a small house, but they have considered moving into an apartment that rents for $1,200 a month. Sherry enjoys playing tennis and gymnastics for her high school, which costs $50 per sport each month. In the future, Sherry also wants to become a nurse. If Sherry and her mom don't start saving money, college may not be an option. Below you can see their family budget. How would you suggest Sherry and her mom make adjustments to start saving for college? You need to use economic reasoning to explain how Sherry and her mother can make adjustments to meet their medium-term goal. In a well-developed paragraph, again, intro and conclusion must be included, use at least 6 of the following terms as your explanation. So that's where the 6 sentences come in. So use the word, any of these words that you can think of to help explain how they can save some money. For example, you might say something like, Sherry should set up a savings account, blah, blah, blah. Investment, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me again. Alright, look at their monthly budget. So look at their budget and see if there's any recommendations you might have for also changing their budget. But remember to use 6 terms from up here. If you can figure out some of our other vocab words from this unit, you're welcome to use those. Just highlight them so I know to look for them. Alright, after that, you, on Thursday, come back to the discussion, answer some of those questions, look at some things that friends have talked about learning, and take the quiz. So, the quiz has questions similar to past quizzes, or this test has questions from past quizzes, so it would be beneficial to look back. You should have 3 chances to take this, so please be wise in using those. You can use 1 attempt to study and find out what the questions are, 1 attempt to take it, and then 1 attempt to raise your score. Alright, it is not resumable, so make sure you are starting it with plenty of time. And that should take us to the end of the week. So, again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Here's my email, my phone number. You can Schoology message me. And if you're turning in late work, click here. Also, just a tip, if you're noticing that your videos, your Edgenuity videos, haven't recorded a score, you might have stopped the video just 1 second too early. So you need to go back and do that. Something else that if you didn't realize what you were supposed to do with the vocabulary, you are supposed to type in the vocabulary words. So let me show you an example of that real quick. Find one of the Edgenuity videos. Look at economic systems, vocabulary. Oh, bummer. Alright, if you need to get a score, here, let me pause this real quick. Okay, so if you have come to the vocabulary and you can't figure out how to do it, what you're supposed to do is type in the word, just like it says to do. Economic system. Then you should be able to move on to, after you listen to the definition,
method a society uses to produce and distribute goods and services. Economic system. The traditional economic system guarantees employment.
So after that, you should be able to click on the next word and do the same thing for the next word. Alright, if you have any questions, let me know. I hope you have a great week, and if you are coming to campus, I will see you on Wednesday.